The Imperator emerges. Tiberius's early life and military exploits. Tiberius, born in 42 BCE, would become a pivotal figure in Roman history. His birth was marked by the political turbulence of the late Roman Republic, a time when power struggles and civil wars were rampant. His early life was shaped by his family's political prominence. The Claudian family, to which he belonged, was one of the most distinguished and influential in Rome. His mother, Livia Drusilla, was a woman of ambition and influence. She played a crucial role in the political landscape of Rome, maneuvering her way into the inner circles of power. She divorced Tiberius's father to marry Octavian, later known as Augustus. This strategic marriage not only elevated her status but also positioned Tiberius within the sphere of the future emperor. This marriage tied Tiberius to the very heart of Roman power. Augustus, recognizing Tiberius's potential, took him under his wing, grooming him for future leadership. Even as a young man, Tiberius demonstrated remarkable military acumen. He was trained rigorously in the arts of war, learning the strategies and tactics that would later define his military career. His campaigns in Cantabria, Armenia, and Gaul showcased his strategic brilliance. Each campaign was a testament to his ability to lead and inspire his troops, often against overwhelming odds. He secured Roman borders and expanded the empire's reach. His efforts in these regions not only brought new territories under Roman control, but also ensured the stability and security of the empire. His victories earned him widespread respect and admiration. The Roman people and the Senate alike celebrated his achievements, recognizing him as one of Rome's greatest military leaders. He was known for his discipline, courage, and strategic thinking. These qualities not only made him a formidable general, but also endeared him to his soldiers, who respected and trusted his leadership. One of Tiberius's most notable military achievements was the recovery of Roman standards lost to the Parthians. This feat was not just a military victory, but a significant morale booster for Rome. This victory resonated deeply with the Roman people. The return of the standards was seen as a restoration of Roman honor and a symbol of the empire's enduring strength. It was a symbolic triumph that restored Roman honor. The celebrations that followed were grand, reflecting the immense pride and relief felt by the citizens. Tiberius's military prowess marked him as a leader of great skill and determination. His ability to navigate the complexities of both battlefield and politics set him apart from his contemporaries. He was a soldier's soldier, respected for his bravery and tactical insight. His legacy as a military leader remains a testament to his enduring impact on Roman history. The reluctant heir Tiberius's complex relationship with Augustus. Despite his military achievements, Tiberius harbored a deep ambivalence towards power. He was a formidable general, leading Roman legions to numerous victories, yet the allure of political power never seemed to captivate him as it did others. He seemed to crave a life of peace and scholarship. Tiberius often retreated to his villa, immersing himself in the study of philosophy and literature, far from the political machinations of Rome. His relationship with Augustus was complex, a mixture of admiration, resentment, and political calculation. Augustus, the first emperor of Rome, was both a mentor and a source of immense pressure for Tiberius. Augustus, in his quest to secure the future of the empire, recognized Tiberius's abilities. He saw in his stepson a potential successor, someone capable of ruling Rome with a firm hand. Augustus's expectations weighed heavily on Tiberius, who felt the burden of living up to such a legacy. He saw in his stepson a potential successor, someone capable of ruling Rome with a firm hand. Augustus's insistence on grooming Tiberius for leadership was both a testament to his faith in him and a source of great internal conflict for Tiberius. However, Tiberius was reluctant to embrace the mantle of leadership. He was acutely aware of the immense responsibilities and the potential for personal loss that came with such power. He seemed to sense the burdens that came with power. The weight of the empire's expectations and the constant scrutiny were daunting, and Tiberius often appeared burdened by these pressures. In 6 BCE, Tiberius made the surprising decision to withdraw from public life. This decision shocked many, as it was unexpected for someone of his stature and potential. He retreated to the island of Rhodes, seeking solace in intellectual pursuits. On Rhodes, Tiberius found a measure of peace, dedicating his time to study and reflection. Away from the political intrigues of Rome, this self-imposed exile has been interpreted in various ways. Some historians believe it was a genuine attempt to escape the pressures of Roman politics. They argue that Tiberius sought a simpler, more contemplative life, free from the constant demands of leadership. Others view it as a shrewd political maneuver to avoid potential rivals. By stepping away, Tiberius could have been positioning himself strategically, avoiding the dangerous power struggles that often plagued Roman politics. Ascending the throne, Tiberius's early reign and administrative reforms. After the deaths of Augustus's grandsons, Tiberius was left as the obvious choice to succeed him. In 14 CE, he became the second Roman emperor. His ascension to the throne was marked by a sense of duty rather than ambition. He was acutely aware of the monumental task before him. Tiberius, in the early years of his reign, focused on consolidating power and ensuring stability. He understood the importance of maintaining the delicate balance of power within the Roman state. He was determined to avoid the chaos and bloodshed that had marked the late Republic. Tiberius implemented a series of administrative reforms designed to improve efficiency and reduce corruption. He was a meticulous administrator, paying close attention to detail. He believed in governing with a firm but fair hand. His reforms aimed to strengthen the empire's finances and streamline its bureaucracy. Section 4, A Steady Hand, Tiberius's consolidation of power and military campaigns. Tiberius, despite his initial reluctance, proved to be an effective ruler. He consolidated his power base, securing the loyalty of the army and the Senate. He understood the importance of maintaining order and stability in a vast and diverse empire. He continued Augustus's policy of securing the empire's borders. He dispatched Roman legions to quell uprisings and expand Roman influence. His military campaigns in Germania and Illyricum were particularly successful. Tiberius, like Augustus before him, understood that a strong military was essential for maintaining peace and prosperity. Under Tiberius's rule, the Roman Empire experienced a period of relative peace and prosperity. He was a cautious and pragmatic ruler, avoiding unnecessary risks and entanglements. His primary focus was on maintaining internal order and external security. Section 5, Law and Order. Tiberius's legal reforms and commitment to justice. Tiberius was deeply committed to upholding Roman law and ensuring justice. He believed in the rule of law as the foundation of a stable and prosperous society. His legal reforms were aimed at clarifying existing laws and addressing areas where ambiguity had led to corruption. He was particularly concerned with curbing extravagance and promoting moral behavior. He believed that the Roman elite had a duty to set an example of virtue and restraint. He passed laws aimed at curbing excessive spending on luxuries. Tiberius's commitment to justice, however, would later be overshadowed by his growing paranoia and suspicion. What began as a genuine desire to uphold the law would later transform into a tool for eliminating rivals and silencing dissent. Section 6. The Descent into Darkness, Tiberius's growing tyranny and paranoia. As Tiberius's reign progressed, a darker side of his nature began to emerge. Initially, he was seen as a capable and cautious ruler, but over time his demeanor changed drastically. He became increasingly suspicious of those around him, seeing conspiracies and threats where none existed. His once trusted advisers and senators now appeared to him as potential traitors. This paranoia was fueled by a number of factors, including the pressures of ruling a vast empire and the constant fear of assassination. The weight of the crown seemed to crush his spirit. The death of his son Drusus in 23 CE was a turning point in Tiberius's reign. This tragic event marked the beginning of his descent into darkness. Drusus was widely respected and seen as a potential successor to his father. His untimely death left a void in Tiberius's life that could never be filled. His death, rumored to be the result of poisoning orchestrated by the Praetorian prefect Sejanus, plunged Tiberius into a deep depression and intensified his paranoia. The emperor's trust in those around him eroded further. Tiberius, consumed by grief and suspicion, withdrew further into himself. He retreated to the island of Capri, leaving the day-to-day running of the empire to his subordinates. He became increasingly isolated from the Roman people and the machinery of government. His absence from Rome created a power vacuum that others were quick to exploit. This isolation allowed Sejanus to consolidate his power and eliminate his rivals, often using false accusations of treason and conspiracy. Sejanus's influence grew unchecked, further destabilizing the empire. Tiberius's retreat to Capri symbolized his complete withdrawal from the responsibilities of leadership. The once mighty emperor now spent his days in seclusion, haunted by the ghosts of his past decisions. The empire, left in the hands of ambitious and unscrupulous men, began to suffer. Tiberius's growing tyranny and paranoia had far-reaching consequences, affecting not just his reign but the future of Rome itself. As the years passed, Tiberius's health began to decline. By 37 CE, the once formidable emperor was a shadow of his former self. His physical and mental deterioration was evident to those around him. Tiberius's death, however, was not a peaceful passing. On the 16th of March, 37 CE, Tiberius died under mysterious circumstances, at the age of 77. Rumors quickly spread about the nature of his death. Some sources suggest that he died of natural causes, succumbing to the infirmities of old age. However, other accounts hint at a more sinister end. It is widely believed that his successor, Caligula, and the Praetorian prefect Macro played a role in hastening his death. According to these accounts, when Tiberius appeared to be recovering from a serious illness, Caligula and Macro decided to act. They allegedly smothered the ailing emperor to ensure that Caligula would ascend to the throne without delay. The death of Tiberius marked the end of an era. His reign, which began with promise and potential, had devolved into a period of paranoia and tyranny. The impact of his death on Rome was profound. The transition of power to Caligula brought about significant changes in the empire. Known for his extravagant and often erratic behavior, Caligula's rule would be vastly different from that of his predecessor. Tiberius's legacy is a complex one. His early administrative reforms and military successes were overshadowed by the latter years of his reign, marked by suspicion and cruelty. The emperor's death did not bring immediate stability to Rome. Instead, it ushered in a period of uncertainty and upheaval. The shadow of Tiberius's tyranny loomed large over the empire, influencing the actions of his successors and shaping the future of Rome. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the corrupting influence of absolute power and the heavy burden of leadership. As we reflect on the life and death of Tiberius, we are reminded of the fragile nature of power and the enduring impact of a ruler's decisions on the course of history. The death of Tiberius was not just the end of a life, but the conclusion of a significant chapter in the saga of the Roman Empire.